The Made in Italy label is a very seductive brand. We all look for it. But are you sure you're getting what you're paying for? Today I'm going to talk about the olive oil scandal and how you can avoid being scammed. And today's video I'm going to dedicate to my friend Antonio because this video was inspired by a conversation we had recently. Virgin olive oil is highly prized and it's good fat that is good for you, providing you don't cook with it. The first press of the olive oil is known as extra virgin. As the same olives continue to be pressed, this degrades the quality of the resulting olive oil. Italian extra virgin olive oil is considered one of the best you can buy. However, recently, unscrupulous exporters are sometimes mixing lower quality products into their olive oil. Typically, extra virgin olive oil is being diluted with cheaper olive oils, but is still being marketed and sold at the price of extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil scandals are nothing new. Early inspections of oil tankers transporting oil in Spain found Spanish and Italian companies falsifying documents to market lower quality oil as virgin and extra virgin olive oil. In 1993, the American Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, investigated a company marketing canola oil as olive oil. In 1997, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency began testing olive oil and concluded that 20% of olive oils were fake. By 2007, Italian extra virgin olive oil was already in high demand and available at high prices, and this caused it to become the biggest source of agricultural fraud, nicknamed agromafia, in the European Union. The New Yorker stated that major Italian shippers modified the composition of olive oil with colour and flavouring and still sold it as extra virgin, and this still met EU specifications. Widespread fraud forced the Italian government to tighten up labelling restrictions covering companies dealing in olive oil, and this included detailing the breakdown of component oils used for blending. Unfortunately, the European Union, the EU, decided that labelling rules should be voluntary rather than compulsory, and consequently olive oil can be sold as Italian, even if it is blended with non-Italian oil. In 2008, 400 Italian carabinieri raided 85 farms and arrested 23 people after an investigation revealed a large-scale scam, which was relabelling Mediterranean oils as Italian. The arrests continued across northern and southern Italy as these diluted olive oils with other products were being marketed as extra virgin olive oil. In 2010, researchers at University of California purchased American and imported extra virgin olive oil, available at retail stores across California. Nearly 70% of the imported olive oils and 10% of California oils failed the standards for extra virgin olive oil. Subsequently, this report was contested on the grounds of a conflict of interests, as some stakeholders involved in the research were also promoting olive oil from California. In 2011, the Florence Prosecutor's Office indicted a Spanish brand for falsified documents and food fraud. The Italian Antitrust Authority found them guilty of unfair business practices regarding their olive oil brands and fined them, along with some of their supermarket distributors. In 2012, the advertiser claimed less than 10% of world olive oil production qualified as extra virgin, while paradoxically up to 50% of retail oil was actually sold as extra virgin. Standards Australia has adopted a code of practice for the testing of olive oils, but the labelling there also remains voluntary. Do you see a pattern developing? In 2013, tests found that 1 in 4 Spanish olive oils and nearly 1 in 3 of Canadian olive oils failed tests for fraud. Spanish police and Italian Carabinieri worked with Europol to execute olive oil raids in 2023, battling a perceived wide-scale sale of counterfeit extra virgin olive oil. Companies across Spain, Portugal, as well as in Tuscany and Sicily were involved, but the companies were not named. They found large quantities of olive oil labelled and priced as high quality extra virgin, but which on analysis was unfit for consumption and full of unhealthy fats. In the analysis, they identified the use of flavourings and colouring in oil. The Guardian claims that the climate change is not helping either, as it is reducing the olive oil crop in Europe at a time that demand and prices have risen. The International Olive Oil Council claims the annual harvest is well short of global demand. Forbes claims 80% of Italian olive oil on the market is questionable. Regardless of what the label says, it's likely when you buy olive oil, you may not be getting what you think you're getting, and this is known as agromafia. So what is agromafia? It is fraud based on the prize label's protected designation of origin, PDO stamp, which precisely indicates the geographical location of a particular extra virgin olive oil. It's an indication of the quality and associated price of that region's agricultural products. There is a lot of anecdotal evidence that Italy's exports of olive oil are considerably greater than what it actually produces. However, everything it bottles and labels is marked and sold as made in Italy. I have read from multiple sources that Italy bottles 5 times the amount of olive oil it produces, and all of it is exported as made in Italy. A recent olive oil scandal involved Puglia, Umbria and Campania. What were they doing? They were rebottling olive oil from Greece, Spain and Syria, Turkey, Morocco and Tunisia. They were rebottling this as extra virgin Italian olive oil and sending it to foreign markets for sale, in particular to the United States of America and Japan. So on the one hand, the Italian government is battling agro fraud. On the other hand, the regional producers are trying to repair their damaged brands. So what do you think of your olive oil now? Shop carefully and buon appetito. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and maybe subscribe to the channel. That way you can enjoy more of this content. Thank you. Click here for some more videos you may be interested in.